Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator. How are you today? You've done this before, so you know the routine. I just want to remind you this is not an exact science. Sometimes you'll have to think outside the box a little bit. They don't always tell you what you want to know, it's what you need to know. So just keep things in mind if they don't make sense now. They probably will later. Anyway, so we're going to talk to Mom today. It's her birthday. So, okay, Mom is walking in with, she's carrying a birthday cake, which, anyway, she's carrying a birthday cake, and she's also carrying one flower. I don't know if you are maybe taking a flower to her resting place today or something, but she's showing that she's got one flower. So she's showing that she got it. She says you need to stop beating yourself up. Uh, She's, I don't know if she's talking about herself or you. She's talking about the attitude of, oh, woe is me. Just kind of that down feeling, that kind of sadness feeling. I don't want to say depressed. I don't think I'd call it depressed. It's just always down and not having the chipper. She's showing that she wants to light a fire under your ass. And she wants you to start jumping up and down. She doesn't want you to have that woe is me attitude. She wants you to, she's showing you going like this because she's literally lighting a fire under your butt. She says you are doing what you should be doing. You are doing what you're supposed to do. She goes, stop worrying about other people's judgments. They don't matter. You matter. And she's saying what I always say, do you, be you. If you see any of my posts where I say that all the time, be you. So as I started doing this, just as I got ready to click the button, there was, and I don't even hear it now, a bird outside, and it just incessantly chirping and singing. And it wasn't chirping, it was singing. It was probably a finch. It sounded like a finch. Singing, just nonstop. So listen for that. Listen for that. It was a pretty song. It wasn't just like a sparrow chirping. So listen for a bird that does something like that, and probably will sit right in front of you somewhere. And it doesn't even have to be in real life. It can be on TV, it can be on Facebook. It doesn't matter where it's at. Singing its little song, singing like a canary, she says. So I was asking her a question, and she says the only thing that she really regrets, because okay, she's talking about mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Those aren't any big deal. Is not instilling more, say it again, not instilling more love for yourself which then filters out to love for fellow man. You need to go within, tap that resource. She's got somebody with her helping her say this, and I feel like it's one of your guides is alongside of her right now. Oh, and then she's drawing my eyes. I had this little post-it on my, anyway, on my computer, and she just kept staring at it, and I thought, what? She drew my eyes to it. Anyway, it says, I may not be perfect, but I am perfect just the way I am. Write that down. Put it on a sticky note on your fridge, on your mirror. You're perfect just the way you are. She says, again, stop doubting yourself. Love is love. It doesn't matter how you do it. So when I asked her if she would be at your wedding, she showed me a picture. Now, this may not be the exact place, but she showed me a picture of a place I know, and it's in South Dakota. It's south of Mount Rushmore. I believe it's on Needles Highway. Anyway, and we all got up on top, and you could see Mount Rushmore out there. You could see all the hills and the mountains and the trees and then there was rocks all around us. We were up on top of these tall rocks. I don't know. Are you getting married outside? It was like a really cool place that we stopped at, riding our bikes. So I'm asking, she's not, usually when I ask him, she'll show me some way that you're going to know she's going to be there. She will absolutely be there. I promise you 1,000%. They can hear you, they can see you, they go to events, they pop in at weddings and funerals and birthdays and all that stuff. You just don't realize they're there. They still pop in because all that love that was around them is there. And they like to see what everybody's doing. They're truly that close. And I'm trying to get her to tell me if she's going to show how she's going to be there. She's showing a little bird sitting on your shoulder, so she's back to that little bird. So listen for the songbird, or watch for the songbird. When they get close, I start itching. I'm waiting. Hey, Mom. She's not answering my question. I can ask them all the questions I want, but that doesn't mean they're going to answer. All right, so I asked her for a sign, and they love smells. So she's at the kitchen stove. She's got a smaller pot. She's stirring it, and as she picks the spoon up, whatever's in it is kind of thick. It's almost like a thick, maybe spaghetti sauce. It looks kind of that color. I don't see anything in it. It just looks like a really thick soup, or it's thick. It's not like soup because it's not thin and skinny. It's kind of thick coming off the spoon. It almost looks like some kind of spaghetti sauce. So think of something. That's where you might have to stretch it outside the box a little bit because I'm not sure what she's showing me. She's not. She's not saying something that sounds like that she used to cook. The smell of that. You will get that smell in your kitchen, in your car, in the store, outside, doesn't matter where it is. And when you get it, make sure you acknowledge her, validate her, tell her you love her, and ask her to bring you more. And you seriously need to ask them for signs. And then you have to be open to what comes through. And even if every single thing that you think is a sign, maybe it's not officially a sign, what does it hurt to believe it? Because most of them will be. She's showing like a basket and it's got like knitting needles laid on top of it. I don't know if she used to knit or crochet, or maybe one of you do. She says, live the life that is in your heart. She's showing you looking around like this, like, who's going to judge me? Who's going to say something? Who's going to put me down for this? Mom says, stop it. Be proud. She says, you're too defensive. You're way too defensive. You're going to have to open that up a little bit, not only to your partner, but when you open that up, then your light starts to shine, and then people are attracted to you. How could you think I left you? Only my body left. Okay, I don't know what she's showing with this picture. First, she walked in and I thought it was her because I only saw the lower part. Had a little dress on, black patent leather type shiny shoes. But then it looks like Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. Don't know what why she's showing this. I live in Kansas. I don't know for sure where you live. I don't creep anybody's Facebook page ahead of time. Messes up what little logical mind I have. So I don't know the purpose of this. Now she's repeatedly saying, you need to go learn, you need to go learn, you need to get out, you need to go learn, you need to put yourself out there. Excuse me. You need to stop hiding. You need to push out there. You need to take those steps. Now she's saying again, you need to go learn, you need to go learn. So I don't know if you're thinking about doing some schooling. I really don't even feel like it's about schooling. I think it's about getting out of your shell and stepping out into the scary world. She says go learn, and then sometimes learn to give them the finger too. Excuse me. Okay, so I ask her again, how are you going to know that she's at your wedding? And she's talking about a song playing, and then it like, she's showing me, now I'm sure you're not going to use a record, like the old vinyl records, but she's showing like when the needle used to skip. You know, you might be in the middle of a song, it might be playing, and the needle would skip. So watch for whatever music you're going to use, watch for it to have a little hiccup in it of some kind, or the wrong song will play, or somebody will forget a word if they're singing, or something to do with the music having just a little hiccup in it. says, I love you very much. Over the moon. She's showing that sometimes you look at the moon and you have tears thinking of her. And she doesn't want you to be sad thinking of her. She wants you to start trying to think of the happy times, the happy spots. And she's showing two pieces of bread slapping a sandwich together. She said sometimes those were some of the better times. She's showing, it just looks like a piece of bologna or something in there. I mean, it's not like some big sandwich. It's a couple of pieces of bread, piece of meat or something, and maybe a piece of lettuce. Looked like a piece of lettuce too. And just slapping that together and just sitting there and eating them together. Okay, now she's over by a kitchen window and she's showing, I hear something jingling, but I can't tell what it is. There's something, just like a little bitty jingle. And I always tell people, you don't always hear with these ears. Sometimes you hear with these ears. We have telepathic ears up here. It's just going to be this little tinkling noise, but it's like up higher. I don't know if you have something around your window, your kitchen sink somewhere that would tinkle, or if that's just the area that you will probably hear it. But once again, validate her, acknowledge her, tell her you love her, let her know that you know that's her, and if she's popping in to say hi. She's taking her finger, it looks like, may not be the exact cake, but it looks like a chocolate cake, or chocolate frosting anyway, and she's taking her finger and going like this, swooping up a big glob of it. She says you did what you could at the time to make me happy towards the end. You need to let that go. Everything was as it should be. It was my time to escape. And I needed to do what needed to be done. No regrets. She says you're holding on to too much that is not yours. You need to turn to the one that loves you now. Make that person happy. But first you have to make yourself happy, or you have nothing to give them. What would truly make your heart sing? What deep down through all the bullshit, if there was nothing else involved, like money, like business, like cars, that's what she said, like houses, like going to the store, put all that, she says, bullshit aside, what would truly make your heart sing if you didn't have to worry about any of that stuff? She says, think about it. She said, it's your time. It's time. It's your time. But you have to do it. And I will be there helping. And she's showing like you're just going to kind of know. You're gonna explain this. Just like little things that you start trying to do with stepping forward, you're just gonna kind of know that these little things are her hand in it. Oh crap! I don't know how to explain this because I know what she means, but ask mom for help. What was mom good at? What was mom good at besides being a mom? What was her best traits? Ask her to help you with that in your life. I always say if Uncle Joe didn't have a pot to piss in, don't ask him for financial help when he gets up there because he's not automatically a genius. So what were mom's good traits? And then ask her to bring you strength in those areas. You need to ask, and you need to be ready to allow and accept the doors that open, the people that call you on the phone, the people that you meet all of a sudden that you would never. And then you have to have, she says, the balls to step into whatever those things are because you have free will choice. You don't have to. They can bring you the best stuff in the world. You can turn your head away. That's our free will choice. They can't stop that. She says, I don't miss you because I'm there. I'm there more than you know. She says, now I can be here, there, and everywhere. She says, what was I good at? She goes, and I don't mean, it looks like she's showing a Polish sausage in wrapped in a piece of bread. It's just, that's not all. I don't know what kind of a sausage thing that was. It looked like one of the Polish sausages I eat. That's not all I was good at. She says she wants you to feel the peace and the calm and the tranquility and the total love that once you're not shielded anymore, that you can feel, that you'll be able to feel it. Going with this. She wants you to feel that confidence. You have somebody there to help you to build you up right now. She's showing you lean on them. Lean on them. They can do it, they can take it. And there's your unconditional love. That you cannot get the love for yourself from an outside source. It has to come from within. She's showing again, you're blocking it. And so many times we don't even realize we're blocking stuff like that. We go, why can't I get it? Why can't I get it? I have 50 people around me. They say they love me, but I don't feel it. I know they love me. I don't feel it because you're blocking it. You have to kind of take that armor off and make yourself a little more vulnerable. And oh, she shows me you going like, hell no. You have to take that armor off and make yourself a little more vulnerable and do it maybe to the somebody immediately around you first. And then it starts to get more comfortable. And then once you get that armor off, you still have armor, you're still strong, but those people around you, if you're a little vulnerable to them, if they say something or give you that look or do whatever, it's kind of like, I don't care. I know what I am. I don't care what you think. Their opinion of you is none of your business. Let them have it. You're not going to change it. Ooh, that last part was my speech. Mom says you have the best thing for you right now at this moment, or the moment that you need it. That makes sense? That makes sense, Mom? Okay, she's bending down and giving me a kiss on top of the head. This is my right side. It may not matter, but I usually like to tell exactly like they show it, because sometimes that's exactly the way they're going to do it. So anyway, right here on my head. So you could feel that as you could feel like all of a sudden a warm spot, or it could feel like a bug crawling around right there, or it could feel like sometimes when they put their finger on my head, I can actually feel them going through my hair and then touching my head. I mean, it's the whole thing. Or it could just be a tingling, or when they really want to get my attention and I'm not paying attention, it feels like a needle sticking me. And then I go, hey, that hurt. Can you lighten up a little bit? And they will. But so I don't know how strong her energy will be, because her energy is kind of mild and laid back, or how your energy will accept it. So I can't say for sure. I know that sounds a little vague, so that's why I'm covering all the bases. Mom says, I do love you, and I know when you woke up this morning you had tears because it's my birthday. She's going back to that songbird. So pay attention, see, and you know, the birds chirp and sing all the time, and we've got them tuned out because it's just a common thing. Think back if you heard one when you woke up this morning, even if it was on TV or the radio, Facebook, doesn't matter. Or you will hear one during the day somewhere, singing a pretty song. I don't care if it's a fake one in Walmart. When you walk down the aisle and some toy starts singing, some little bird starts singing. She's all about this bird singing. So she's showing what looks like little hearts shooting up to her, and she's reaching out, she's catching them, and she's catching them. So they honestly, I think I already said, 1,000% I can tell you they can hear you and they can see you. So, and they feel your love. And love is the highest vibration, the highest thing known to all of them, all of us, if you think about it. But definitely all of them. And that is where every single one of them wants all of us to be, but we're all ignoring it. We all have our head in the sand and the concrete and the four walls. And that bird is singing its butt off right now. I should open the doors. I don't know if you could hear it. Just singing. Probably wants some food. So she's talking. She's showing her sign again. She says, I love you, but it's like you've heard it up here. You've heard it with your telepathic ears. I don't know if you've heard it in your dream, heard it like when you were almost asleep or barely awake, or just kind of zoned out staring at the TV, but you've heard her say, I love you, but it was more in your thoughts. That's still real. I've had a conversation with a live person sitting in front of me, and we talk telepathically. It is totally real. Okay, my dear. She says she knows that you're thinking about her on her birthday. She is there. She is popping in and out. She's not making her presence super well known, but ask her to. Tell her she's welcome in your home, and you have to allow. It's a two-way street. She says you're ready. You're ready for your next step. You're ready for your next step, and you're ready for your partner, and you're ready to commit. You're ready to accept who you are. You need to push all the other bullshit aside. She says, be you. That's my motto. Be you. Do you. She says surrender. Surrender to it. That's kind of being vulnerable again. Surrender to it. Just give in and watch where it takes you once you soften. Once again, she leaned down and kissed me on the head. So anything they do to me while I'm doing these readings is what they're going to do to you, for you. And she reached around and like hugged my shoulders so you could feel that pressure, warmth, tingling, or just that total love energy enveloping you. And some kind of smell that she had, like, I don't mean BO like, but body-wise, something on her, or just she has some kind of medical smell of medicine. She says she doesn't want you to think of that part, but that is something that you would associate with her and only her. So be aware of the smell. Once again, acknowledge her, validate her, tell her you love her, ask her to bring you more, ask her to let you know that she's there. And she's getting too close, I start itching. So now she's dancing around, she's going kind of in a circle, and she's dancing and she's smiling, and her hair is all pretty, and her face is just beaming. She says, happy earthly birthday to me. I love you too. And with that, she's sleeping. Okay, my dear, much love to you. Know that mom's right there. Just talk to her. She can hear you. So, give your partner a hug. He did this for you. See you all later. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator. See ya.